We appreciate the support from Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada through the Growing Forward 2 program for funding our project through Agrivita Canada Inc. and the Canadian Agri-Safety Applied Research Program.
The current program we're working on is to design and develop low-cost ROPS, rollover protective structures, for farm tractors that can actually be built on the farm. The ROPS, or rollover protective structure, is a structural system, and what it does is it protects the operator in the event of a rollover. There are a lot of older tractors out there that were designed and developed and manufactured well before ROPS existed as an option. There are 43% of tractors that don't have ROPS, and unfortunately that's resulting in 1/4 to 1/3 of the fatalities on farms. Our goal is to hit 100% ROPS on tractors in Canada. Right now there is not a design that might be easily manufactured on a farm. Through the commercial system, it's just difficult to keep the cost below the threshold where farmers would become interested. So we thought if we could develop something that could be built right on the farm, it would be a much lower cost.
I was looking into making a ROPS to start with, just because all the old tractors are cheap and just need one for the acreage, but they don't have any safety protection on. And then Dad told me PAMI was designing these ROPS systems, so I thought I'd get involved with that and try it out. As far as skills, was pretty minor, just how to use a bandsaw and a welder, and just know your angles, how to use a protractor. I already had everything at the shop here, so it didn't really cost me anything to do, just purchasing the steel. I think it was about $200–250 for the steel there. I followed their blueprints there that they gave me, and they ended up taking it back to PAMI and bolting it down and pushing it over to see if it would pass their test.
The test we're doing today is on a farmer-built ROPS. It's a test following the CCHSA standard to simulate a tractor rollover. So we push on the ROPS in 3 different directions, from the rear, from the side, and from straight on top. This simulates the 3 different possible directions of the tractor rollover. What we're looking for in a successful test is that the ROPS absorbs the acquired amount of impact load from each of the 3 directions and protects the operator zone throughout the entire test, and that there's no breaks on any of the joints.
With our program, because we've taken the stresses away from where the weld is, we can basically put together a ROPS with about 6 or 7 different pieces and a welder. So it's a much simpler approach. What we envision happening is farmers would send us pictures of the ROPS they've constructed, and if we see that it meets the requirements, then we would issue them a certification sticker. So we're about 3/4 of the way through this project, which would then lead to what we believe will scope out a national program. The ultimate success is that no farmers would be injured or die from tractor rollovers in Canada.